Welcome to Unknown Facts. Today we're diving into jaw-dropping stories of kids who accidentally destroyed some expensive things. We're talking million-dollar paintings, luxury cars, and more. Moments where innocent playtime turned into a financial nightmare. You'll laugh, you'll gasp, and you'll definitely want to lock up your valuables. If you love wild stories that make you say, "No way, that did not just happen," you're in the right place. Hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and let's get into it. First up, a trip to the museum that went horribly wrong. You won't believe this one. Picture a quiet art museum, priceless paintings, and a bored 12-year-old. On display, a 350-year-old Paulo Porpora painting worth $1.5 million. The kid, distracted and holding a drink, stumbles near the masterpiece. In a split second, he trips, arms flailing and his fist, still clutching the drink, goes straight through the canvas. The sound of tearing canvas echoes. The crowd gasps. The boy's face says it all. Pure horror. Security rushes in, alarms blare, and the parents are mortified. The museum curator? Probably in shock. Thankfully, the museum's insurance covered the restoration, and the family didn't have to pay. The painting was repaired, but the security footage went viral. That stumble became the most expensive trip up in museum history. One moment of distraction, and centuries of art nearly lost. The lesson? Museums and open drinks don't mix. And for that family, it was a day they'll never forget. The painting survived, but the story lives on. Sometimes, history is just one clumsy step away from disaster. Next time you're in a museum, watch your step and your drink. That's one way to make history, but not the way you want. On to the next catastrophe. Now, from art to automobiles, a brand new Tesla, a proud family, and a curious 6-year-old. The parents leave the key fob on the counter. To their daughter, it looks like a toy car. She picks it up, presses buttons, and heads to the garage. She climbs into the Tesla, still playing, and accidentally starts the car. With a few more button presses, the car lurches forward. The garage is small. The Tesla moves just a few feet, straight into the wall. Metal crunches, drywall cracks, and the little girl is stunned. The parents rush in to find their new car with a crumpled front and a garage wall to match. The repair bill? Thousands. All because a key fob looked a little too much like a toy. Lesson learned, keep your keys out of reach. And maybe explain that not all toys are toys. The Tesla survived, but the garage and the parents' nerves took a hit. Sometimes curiosity really does crash the car. Next up, a sprint through an art gallery with a $50,000 price tag. Art galleries and energetic kids, a risky combo. One family visits a gallery featuring a $50,000 glass sculpture. Their young son, full of energy, can't resist the urge to run. While the parents are distracted, he sprints across the polished floor. He collides with the pedestal holding the delicate sculpture. The pedestal wobbles, the sculpture teeters, and then crash. The sound of shattering glass fills the room. The beautiful artwork is now a pile of glittering shards. The gallery falls silent. The boy bursts into tears. The parents are in shock, staring at the remains of a masterpiece. One moment of play turned into a $50,000 disaster. The lesson? Art and running shoes don't mix. For that family, it was a very expensive sprint. The gallery's centerpiece was lost, but the story lives on. Sometimes the cost of playtime is more than anyone expects. Next, a comic book collection meets its sticky end. Brace yourself. Comic book collectors know no food or drink near the collection, but one uncle let his nephew, juice box in hand, into his comic-filled man cave. The nephew, fascinated, sips his juice while the uncle shows off a rare, valuable comic. Then, disaster. The kid squeezes the juice box too hard. Grape juice erupts, spraying directly onto the open comics. Pages soak, colors bleed, and decades of collecting are ruined in seconds. The uncle is devastated. The nephew is in tears. Thousands of dollars in comics, destroyed by a single juice box. The lesson? Rules exist for a reason, especially the no drinks rule. Sometimes a little exception leads to a big mess. The collection was never the same. Next up, a Lamborghini, a little geologist, and a rock-solid mistake. A luxury car dealership, a bright yellow Lamborghini, and a rock-loving kid. While his parents talk to a salesperson, The boy slips under the rope to admire the car. He pulls a small rock from his pocket, his latest treasure. Inspired, he scratches a drawing into the Lamborghini's flawless paint. The result? A deep, jagged scar on a car worth more than most houses. The salesperson's horrified yell brings everyone running. The parents are mortified, the dealership is furious. Repairing the paint will cost tens of thousands, all because a little geologist wanted to leave his mark. The lesson: keep rocks and kids far from luxury cars. Sometimes creativity comes with a hefty price tag. Next, a diamond ring's final voyage. A little girl, her mom's jewelry box, and a $20,000 diamond ring. Playing princess, she slips on the oversized ring and heads to wash her hands. Soap, water, and a loose ring, a recipe for disaster. The ring slides off, bounces once, and disappears down the drain. Plumbers are called, pipes are taken apart, but the ring is gone, lost to the city's sewers. The little girl is heartbroken. Her mom is devastated. A priceless symbol of love vanished in seconds. The lesson? Some treasures are best left in the box. Sometimes a fairy tale ends with a plumbing bill. Next, a priceless vase meets a game of tag. Visiting friends with antiques? Not the best place for a game of tag. Two boys full of energy turn a formal living room into their racetrack. The centerpiece, a $100,000 Ming Dynasty vase. One sharp turn, a slip, and the boy crashes into the vase. It wobbles, then shatters into a million pieces. The adults rush in to find centuries of history reduced to shards. The friendship? A little strained after that. The lesson? Some games are better played outside. Sometimes the cost of fun is truly priceless. Next, the most expensive bath in hotel history. A fancy hotel suite, a giant bathtub, and a distracted family. The parents let their son enjoy a bubble bath, but forget to turn off the water. The boy finishes, leaves the bathroom, and the tub keeps filling. Water spills over, flooding the suite and the room below. Hotel staff discover the chaos. Soaked carpets, ruined furniture, and water damage everywhere. The repair bill? Tens of thousands. The most expensive bath ever. The lesson? Always double-check the faucet. Sometimes a little forgetfulness leads to a big flood. Next, wedding memories erased in a flash. A perfect wedding, a professional photographer, and a curious 5-year-old. The child finds the camera, fascinated by the buttons and screen. While exploring, they accidentally format the memory card, erasing every photo from the big day. The photographer discovers the disaster too late. No backups, no recovery, just heartbreak. The couple's memories gone in an instant. The lesson? Keep precious memories and cameras out of reach. Sometimes a single button press erases a lifetime moment. Next, a baseball card collection gets a creative edit. A dad's prized baseball card collection worth thousands and a son with a school project. Wanting to honor his dad, the boy uses the cards to make a collage. He cuts up rare cards, Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, and glues them to poster board. The dad comes home to find his treasures turned into art. The value? Gone. The son meant well, but the collection was destroyed. The lesson? Sentimental value can't be glued back together. Sometimes a loving gesture comes with a hefty price. And finally, let's wrap up this parade of disasters. There you have it. 10 stories of childhood innocence leading to financial catastrophe. From million-dollar paintings to priceless memories, these kids left a trail of destruction. If you enjoyed this wild ride, smash that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable stories. Thanks for watching, laughing, and cringing with us. Remember, keep your valuables high, your keys hidden, and your insurance up to date. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep the chaos to a minimum.